This comes in from a fella named Caleb, and it says, "My night at Pope Lick." Just before we go into that, Cody, what does that give you? Any sort of visuals? Does it give you any sort of thoughts, feelings, or anything of that nature?
Well, I know what this area is famous for, so
This area?
the Pope Lick area.
Oh, I'm just getting weird. Why? Okay. Maybe I should just rephrase that. Why the fuck is it called Pope Lick?
That I don't know.
Can we put some some work into that and get that in the edit?
If Caleb, you're in the comments, can you?
What happened with Caleb? Oh, I thought you were talking about our friend Caleb.
Oh, no.
No. Look, he doesn't live in Pope Lick. Like what? All right. Well, what is this area famous for then?
Goatman.
Oh shit! We're doing a Goatman story.
Doing a Goatman story. I wanted to go here too, so.
Well, I mean, if we get some people doing some pledging on some Patreoning, we can get God, we really want a conversion van. That's what we want. We want to get a nice like conversion van, man, so we could travel and we can go and we could do these late night excursions with some nice ghost hunting equipment, and then during the day pick flowers and make tinctures. Well,
De-stress, and then at night,
yeah, and then
get scared out of her wits and
trigger my psoriasis. Yeah, but I never thought of that. Oh God, I'm gonna look like a fucking leper. Yeah. All right. Well, let's get on to my night at Pope Lick. Apparently, the star of the show is going to be the Goatman. At least I think. If he's in Pope Lick, Cody says it's Goatman. All right, Mr. Caleb, let's get into your story. I don't know if you know about the Pope Lick monster. It's not as famous as Bigfoot or Mothman, but around Louisville, it's well known. The stories say it's half goat, half man, a creature that lives under an old train bridge. Some say it hypnotizes people into climbing the tracks. Others claim it mimics voices to lure folks up there. The most common version, that gets you killed by the oncoming train. Damn.
I know there was one not just a couple years. I mean, I'm sure it happens all the time, but I know there's a big one a couple years ago where I think it was some girl died on the tracks. Kind of became a little bit of a public thing because everyone says it's Goatman lures you out there, and people keep dying out there.
Yeah, well, I wonder what the body count is on that bridge.
I don't know. I'd have to look into that.
People brush out the deaths out there as dumb kids looking for a thrill, but after what happened to me and my friend Nate, I'm not sure that's true. Yeah, dude, we're literally like, I can't wait to get this conversion van.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I want to go to these places, and then we read these stories, and like, well,
yeah,
maybe it's not the best idea. But then it's like, we got to get some stuff on film.
Dude, I'm already missing a fucking nut. Like, it's hard for me to nut up, it's hard for me to have the balls, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna have to like get nut extensions to go and do these places. But anywho, we were both 19. Nate was always the one pushing us to do dumb stuff, climb water towers, sneak into abandoned factories, stuff like that. I was usually the voice of reason, but that night, something about the legend got under my skin too. We've been watching YouTube videos about Kentucky folklore, and Nate brought up the Pope Lick monster.
Oh yeah, well, I would say if you have a urban legend and you live in that area of an urban legend, you have to check it out, right?
Yeah, and if you live like 6 hours away, you got to go do it too.
We'll get to it.
You ever think the Goatman thing is real? I just laughed it off. If it was, don't you think we'd have more than blurry photos and drunk ghost hunter stories?
That's all that, you got a lot of that though. Every one of these things have only got blurry photos, and it's hard to get actual proof of this stuff because you never know when it's going to happen.
I just think a part of that the drunk ghost hunter stories. I think that unless like just in your town, there's just like people who are just hammered. But I've never seen like a drunk ghost hunting video. Like, and unless you just have people in your hometown who like that's what they do and they go out and they get hammered, they do that. I think a part of that might be like adding, a little bit of that, like almost trying to disarm it
Mm.
so it loses
It'd
validity.
just be like, it's not real. This isn't
Right.
real. And
Like
then
what a
you
bunch of
experience it. Yeah, because
yeah. Oh, a bunch of drunk people
yeah.
fucking like that sounds like almost like something like the subconscious
I
does.
could see that also being a reason as like people saying it was drunk people because like how could you have died on this thing? You had to have been drunk, and then it just become a.
Well, he's talking about the ghost hunters themselves.
Yeah, I know, but I mean the stories wise, but like people just write it off as drunk people on the train tracks.
Yeah.
Dying instead of some entity
Yeah.
causing it.
Well, it doesn't matter because he says either way, we decided to go see it for ourselves. High five! Yeah, baby. That Saturday night, we drove out into the woods near the tracks. 2 other friends were supposed to come out too, but once we got close and parked off the other side of the road, they bailed. Oh, of course I'm going to get the fucking hiccups!
We'll be right back.
So Nate and I went alone. The deeper we walked into the woods, the quieter it seemed to get. The bugs stopped chirping. Even the wind felt like it had held its breath. Ooh. That's that sex. That's that. That's that story time. Perfect combination of words. That is the sauce bon.
It's also a precursor in every one of these stories.
Absolutely.
To being like, and then nature did some stuff that wasn't usual. And then really bad things started happening. And so anyone listening and you don't want these things to happen, pay attention to nature.
Yeah, I think we're on episode 4 now, so it's like I think in almost every episode.
Pretty much.
Well, except for the one so we've had 3 spooky episodes so far, and we've had 1 near-death experience. Like that was mine, but in every story, I do believe there was a part in one of the stories where it talked about the deafening of nature and how it just disappeared. Like there is a creepy factor of when everything goes quiet, and I think that anybody who is paying attention to these stories, you now officially know. It has been in every story. You now officially know if nature goes quiet, something's about to happen. You heard it here first, second and third. We got separated for a minute. Wait, how? I'm just gonna ask how. How did this happen, Caleb? Like, but how does this always happen?
I don't know.
I remember one time you and I got pretty separated while we were mushroom hunting.
Yeah,
And-
that's easy though.
Yeah, and that was like one of I had gotten so baked.
We haven't really gone on too many
It was when we went up
paranormal things yet though.
No.
So we haven't had a chance because I do have a tendency. I'll tell you right now, I will wander the fuck off and try to get myself into some situation.
Like in a haunted place?
Yes.
Yeah, I've experienced that with you when we did the school.
Yeah.
Like, but that's the thing. See, Cody and I, we've gotten so used to we used to do this school all the time. There was a serious, strange charm about the third floor.
There's always a third floor, and it was always it was like you go up there.
As soon as you walked in, if you cast your gaze all the way down the hallway, it was like it was part of the building. You would watch a shadow person just walk, like, and we were like, there he is. And you think this would freak us out, but like we just kind of got so used to it that it'd be like, there he is, there he is. Oh, check it out. Look, someone wrote some shit on the wall. Someone drew a dick. Like we would like walk over and look at it, and it's like you could tell these ghosts are just like, the fuck? Come on, be scared. I'm really putting it on tonight. But the baby is the creepiest.
Yeah,
like
definitely gives you chills.
Yeah, we're gonna have to put that in, like, just so people. I think we've talked about it now twice. Maybe we'll be able to put it in post, and you guys can hear that right about. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay, baby, it's okay. Shit. It's okay. It's okay, baby. It's okay. It's okay.
Creepy, right? Back to the story. We got separated for a minute when I stopped to pee and Nate kept going. I ended up catching up to him at the edge of the forest.
So you're not so bad. I mean, that's what you're not going to stand there and pee together. So
Yeah, but now I'm just wondering, this dude's stream must have been on point. Caleb, you must have been draining that lizard because he got like all the way up and ahead, and you're just sitting there peeing. Like, I mean, like usually I could count, 20 Mississippi is about, and like, unless brother, you must have been at like 200 Mississippi for him to be like all the way up that path. Don't hold it in, like it's bad for you to hold it in.
it's always best though to go to the bathroom before the paranormal, so you don't have a spooky incident and have to deal with that later.
You talking about piss in your pants?
Exactly.
Something pops out and gives you like 1-4. Something.
That's what I'm saying.
Something.
Take care of this before, so you're running on empty.
Yeah, but you could have just pissed, and you'll summon enough piss to go down your leg. Still, you will. You will. That comes from deep.
Trying to help people.
Yeah, but I'm telling don't gaslight them. If you pee your pants, you pee your pants. It's not a big deal. No one's judging you. You had a Goatman jump out at you and hypnotize you and had you walk into a fucking oncoming train. Of course you're gonna pee yourself. the shit that comes out of this. We reached the trestle. It was massive, like something ancient and angry stretched across the trees. Nate dared me to walk out onto the tracks. I told him hell no, but he laughed and he took off ahead of me. I shouted to him, "Stop, dude, stop." Then he was going to get it. Edit. I shouted at him, "Stop, dude, stop. You're going to get yourself killed." He just yelled over his shoulder, "Come on, man. Don't be such a bitch."
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, come
hit
on.
you with that. Now you got to go. I know what happened now.
Aw. Now I gotta. Yeah. Or the Goatman already had his friend.
They did split up for a little bit.
Maybe his friend is the Goatman at this
The
point.
whole time.
Yeah, his friend. Caleb, no. Yeah, they were like raised in high school and shit together and everything. It's like, and like, why do we never go back to your house? It's like Goatman dad and Goatman mom.
I live behind the petting zoo.
Okay, all right, back to the story. I hesitated, but then I followed. Halfway across, I started getting this weird vertigo feeling. I moved slow, trying not to look down. Oh, so you've crossed train tracks like bridges, right?
Yeah.
You got to walk on the runs.
Oh yeah, because you fall through. You got to pay attention, so you have no choice almost but to look down.
Yeah. That's spooky. That's tough to do at night, because there was one time, I didn't want to drive home, and I'm only like a half mile from the local pub,
Mm.
and I decided I was going to use the railroad tracks. And when I got to this one part where it was a bridge, like, and especially like I was like, man, I wish I would have known that this was an element to my journey home before I like drank 5 or 6 shots. But yeah, it's like just big enough for my big ass foot to even go through. And if you do, it's not like it's gonna, like, you're gonna probably still catch yourself if one foot goes through, because I don't see you like trying to hopscotch, across
Now
your.
think back to these drunk in the stories of Pope Lick Monster. Now you would have been the drunk that walks across the train tracks, gets your foot stuck, and gets hit by a train, and then everyone would have been like, "Well, Pope Lick Monster got him."
Or I'm the
Or
drunk.
the drunk.
I'm the drunk paranormal
that's how it happens.
investigator.
That's how-
Ah, shit! I see it now. Damn it! Proved me wrong.
It was you all along.
I am insufferable. Oh, damn it, man. Damn it. All right, but yeah. Anyway, those bridges are incredibly hard to cross, and I get why you would have vertigo. That is a risky business at night, and and that might actually add to why there is deaths. You're right.
Yeah, I didn't think about that at night and walking on there and your feet. Because then if you're out there and a train comes and you got to hurry, you're panicking or something, and you trip and fall or hurt your leg or twist your ankle.
Yeah, or
then you got to like either get hit by the train
or
fall off the
fall off
fall.
the bridge.
Yeah,
this all could be stuff that's like feeding into the death count and the danger and all of that out there. And I find that throughout history, and culturally, you have a lot of like where a lot of these stories start is a lot of elderly and a lot of like parents and stuff. It's in the plant world too. Like parents, they don't want to worry about their children. They don't want their kids to be inquisitive and things that could get them to be hurt, and whatnot. So like I could see them, starting kind of a lore or something around, something like that, and then it blows up and turns into something. What?
I've started one already when we were making sap and to get my sisters to not mess with the sap buckets we had out there. They were just milk jugs.
It's not the Peter Cottontail.
No.
God, that was so bad.
I started their little urban legend of milk jug hands.
Yeah, we have time. Let's hear it.
Basically, just a guy with milk jugs for hands will come and get them, and I don't know what do to them, but just come and get them if they messed with the milk jugs that were out there.
And they believe this like Santa Claus?
They didn't mess with the milk jug. So we got sap.
Dude, if 20 years from now...
it's just a...
20 years from now, if this story blows up and is like cryptid news,
the
it's all...
Crooksville milk jug hands.
The Crooksville jug hands.
That sounds really weird.
We're just quiet.
I'll just do it.
We're like, let's let this build some steam. Let's see if this motherfucker
all them damn kids will leave our sap buckets alone.
It becomes real, though, like
it manifests it. I saw him. I saw the milk jugs.
I saw the shadow over top of me. It had jugs for hands.
I hear the sounds of milk jugs rapping on my window at night.
Yeah, like wind chimes. Like terrifying, gluggy wind chimes. Don't touch my scissor.
All the gallon jugs in the fridge were empty the next day.
All right, we got to get back to it. And back to the story. Nate was farther ahead, standing near the middle like a statue. I was about to yell at him whenever he turned around. He smiled, but something was wrong with the smile. Too calm, too wide. It reminds me of the ridges. It was unnatural. It was like, how many muscles are in the human face? Can I get that right there? Right there. That's a lot of muscles. They contort all sorts of ways, but there are some ways that you just know aren't natural. And I was seeing that on my friend Scott's face. It was jerk and twitch, and it looked almost like special effects makeup almost. The amount of muscles contracting in his face had to just be, or at least the way they were done had to be the first time for him. It didn't look natural on his face at all. But yeah, too wide, he says. Come on, look at this, he called. Ooh. And what would you do if say the tables were turned and I was this guy standing out there, and my face was jerking into some weird, like contorted, like state, and I'm looking at you saying, "Come check this out." What would your thoughts be, Cody?
Yeah, I'll probably
Just me.
Yeah, I'm good here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd probably.
I mean, I had that moment in the school once where I thought my friend was possessed, and we were all trying to leave, and he wanted to go to the basement, and I was like, "You go ahead, go ahead and go to the basement. I'm going out."
Yeah. Okay, come look at this, he called. I stepped closer, flashlight beam jittering across the tracks. That's when I heard it, a low groaning in the steel. Then the horn.
Get off.
What do you mean, then the horn? Oh, no,
Train. I wonder. I
Oh,
I
no.
don't know exactly how long. I know there's a big bridge, and he said he was standing in the middle. So I wonder how long. Also, like somebody like, because that's got to be the thing is like try to walk across it. So at what point? Because I've walked through train tunnels before, and you get to the middle, and then you can, at least in there, you can almost hear the train from I think even farther away because it's all condensed.
You ever hear the phenomenon that if you're standing in the middle of the tracks when a train is coming, that you can't hear the sound it's putting off? Well, I was told that because when we were growing up just down the road in New Lexington, during the summers, I'd stay with my grandma all summer, and like God, I had to have been like 11 to 13 whenever she started letting me walk all the way across town, and the easiest way to get there was via the railroad track. And I was told by not only her but a lot of people not to walk like in the middle of the tracks, and like you think you would hear it, but I was told like fervently, and adamantly, like do not walk in the actual track itself, because if it's coming up behind you and it's honking and stuff, for some reason have a hard time hearing it. Now I'm not sure if the validity of that could very well be just like my grandpa used to tell me that you weren't allowed to talk like while fishing because it would scare the fish away. Come to find out, grandpa just really liked the peacefulness of fishing and didn't and was willing to lie about it. Whatever. Grandpa Carl, you the man, love you. But yeah, who knows if that's just another tale that they tell people to get people to not walk in the center.
I don't know.
If anybody knows anything about that, and if you got the skinny, or if you've heard that, let us know in the comment section. Can we get a measurement of the bridge right there? I'd like to see how long this bad boy is, and maybe a few pictures if you could find them to toss up. But yeah, okay, so then the horn. Far off but getting closer. "Nate!" I shouted. "Train!" He didn't move. I sprinted forward. Here we go. He didn't move. I sprinted forward. "We gotta go!" Still no response. Then, finally, he flinched, like waking up from a dream, and he turned toward me. "I think my leg's stuck," he yelled. No fucking way.
Good timing.
Caleb, you gotta be like, "This motherfucker."
Yeah, I know. At this point, like, what the fuck, dude? Like,
But kind of like, "This motherfucker." like, oh man, I'm no action hero. It's time to be a hero, buddy. Let's get it. That's what I'm thinking is gonna happen. I think he's gonna. I fucking hope he. Like, I don't want to be reading like if he doesn't.
he doesn't.
Like,
It sounds like what was his friend name? Nate.
mm-hmm.
Sounds like he was under the influence of something.
Well, I think that with the twisted grin,
Yeah, that's what it sounded like.
I think
Like
he's under the influence of some paranormal.
Yeah, something possessed him and then put his foot into.
Well, yeah, because
Yeah.
he did say, "Come check this out."
Mm,
And his foot. Oh man, just think about it for a minute.
getting him stuck.
Twisted grin. He comes up. It's like he got his foot stuck in that trance, almost like it was on purpose.
That's what I mean. He got like possessed, whatever it was, like popped his foot into something.
Or
got stuck.
Or yeah, whatever possessed him had him pop his foot in, knowing that his friend would have to come, and he's getting a twofer.
Trying to get two. Yeah.
He's getting a 2-for-1 special here. This
Fuck
is
Goatman.
Yeah, fuck you, Goatman. Piece of
That's
shit.
evil.
Yeah, what the fuck? Since when are goats so mean? It's only like how Satan is fucking depicted. It's like you know we're talking about the devil, right? It's like, oh no,
Oh yeah. Never mind.
I just thought like like a billy goat meets dude. Why is he so evil? All right, back to the story. The train was getting closer. I could see the light now, slicing through the trees. I dropped to the ground and tried pulling his boot free. It was wedged between two twisted boards, like the track itself had swallowed it. Shit. He was.
Adds a crunch because it's like time's running out. This train's bearing down on you.
And he's seeing it come through. Can you imagine? Whew. He was panicking, shouting, "Don't let me die, man. Please don't let me die." I yanked, I twisted, I screamed. Nothing worked. The horn was deafening now. The train's light was blinding. I looked at him and I said, "I'm sorry." I stood up. He grabbed my wrist. His grip was ice cold. That's when I saw his face again, and everything inside me went still. It wasn't Nate anymore. Not really. The eyes were off. The grin had returned. It was unnatural. Ugh.
That's gotta be.
And ice cold, too.
How do you? Yeah, that's gotta be something to deal with because you're like, sorry, bro, I gotta leave you.
The vessel is still your friend.
Yeah.
The soul is still.
Yeah.
But this thing's fucking with you. It like it said it was like his foot was swallowed into the wood. Now, do you think that this could be him being paranormally affected and seeing like also what the hip, because they said he had like a hypnotic power to him. You think this dude's in a state of hypnosis?
I don't know.
Could be. We're investigating.
I'd say at least Nate is.
Yeah.
Sounds like it to me.
Yeah.
And he still, I mean, he was obviously, I thought he came out of it when when it said he like snapped to and tried to get his foot unstuck.
No.
But apparently with the grin coming back.
That was all part of the plan.
So he's not out of it. And
Yeah. I ripped my arm free and ran. I dove off the side of the trestle and caught the steel support bars beneath. Clung there, chest heaving, while the train screamed past and above me. Holy shit, so... I'm just gonna
finish this story, but that doesn't sound good for Nate.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep reading. I felt the wind and the heat rush over me like a wave. When it was gone, I pulled myself up and scrambled to the bank below, and I looked up. There's no sign of Nate. I ran back to the woods, half delirious, cuts all over me from the fall. When I got back to the road, our friends were standing outside of my car, yelling my name. And Nate. He was standing there too.
What happened?
What a twist. Nate wasn't on the
Was it
walk.
not even Nate?
Was Nate not even on the initial walk? Oh my, oof. Well, let's keep reading. Untouched, he was pale and he was shaking. What the hell happened? He asked. I felt my knees give out. He told me he had stopped to pee in the woods, and when he came back, I was gone. So it happened when?
It wasn't even Nate
So
on the fucking...
So Nate
train?
didn't have a 200 Mississippi stream. He had a normal stream. He just had a Goatman. Like, he was hypnotized.
Yeah, so Nate wasn't even Nate on the thing.
Right.
Ugh.
He wasn't even
So he was he was seeing... Or whatever. Yeah, he was seeing the shit.
Ha, holy shit. At least I think, right? That's what it sounds like, right, chat? That's what it sounds like.
That's how I'm putting it together.
Let me reiterate.
They both stopped to pee. Okay, yeah, let's finish it and then we'll...
Hold on. So, I ran back to the woods, half delirious, cuts all over me from the fall. When I got back to the road, our other friends were standing outside the car yelling my name. And Nate. He was standing there too, untouched, pale, and shaking. What the hell happened? He asked. So Nate's asking. I felt my knees give out. He told me he had stopped to pee in the woods, and when he came back, I was gone. They'd waited for almost an hour. Then they heard the train and thought I was dead. I tried to tell them what had happened, but the words wouldn't come out right. Later that night, I asked Nate again if he'd been on the bridge. He said, I swear to God, he said, I never stepped a foot on it. I stayed on the ground. I didn't believe him until I saw the photos. Oh, there's photos. If you have these photos, dude, we would love to have them on here. We're going to contact you. We're going to see if we can't get these photos before this airs. Whew. Until I saw the photos. I had taken a picture on the way up, caught him on the trail, flashlight in hand, minutes before the train came. He never made it to the tracks. So what the hell did I see up there? A week later, I started dreaming about it. The thing wearing his face, standing in the trees watching me and just smiling. In one of those dreams, I look closer and see horns curling back into its skull. Goat horns. I haven't been back to Pope Lick since. And I never will.
Oh, that's a whole bit of shit to go through. Because holy fuck, you thought, like, for a minute I thought, oh, he had to leave his fucking friend and basically watch him die. I mean, it wasn't your fault. But still, you're gonna have to live with that. And then turns out you're running back to your other friends to be like, dude, like, Nate's gone. Like, how do you explain that to anyone? And then you get there and he's there.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what the fuck was that on the news?
Well, you know, I would be getting a little suspicious. I'd be like, so wait a minute. If that wasn't you, where'd you two come from? Like the other friends? I wouldn't be trusting anybody. Anybody in that moment. I'd be like, nah, yo, you little Goatman family. You know?
It'd be hard to, yeah, you'd have some trust issues after seeing that and dealing with it.
Yeah, not to mention, man, like the post-traumatic stress that would cause you.
Yeah.
Wrestling with something like that. I mean, you went there to be scared. You went there to test your metal. Your metal got tested, that's for sure. But it's just kind of funny because in that story, you're sitting there thinking his friend got hypnotized and put out in the middle of that train track, and now it's as
Trying
a
to lure
result
him. That's what I thought the whole
trying
time.
to kill you too.
Yeah.
And then you find out he ain't even there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caleb, if you got those pictures, man, let us know. Put that right there. I would love to see that. But so what's your takeaway before my second question?
See, now this is what we were talking about at the beginning where we want to go to these places, but then we don't know about it after the story. And now it's like, we're not splitting up, goddammit. We will pee together if it comes down to it.
We'll cross swords.
We're not fucking splitting up if we go do this.
I will piss on your leg. I won't even break eye contact. I like, no, you look at me, motherfucker. You look at me when you pee.
Smile either.
You know,
You get one weird twitchy smile, I'm out.
Yeah, it's a little gay.
We also probably shouldn't walk out like towards the middle of the bridge. Like, I'll go to the bridge. We'll walk out a little bit. We walk it out in the middle.
Not letting fear get the best of us. Like, remember, you know, the manifestation, like fear. That's like why it's like so important not to let it get the best of you, because like how much of like human brain power feeds what it is. Like, you know, it's like the expectation of seeing something. You know, like Higgs boson, like the molecule. You know, a lot of people call it the God molecule, otherwise known as the probability molecule. You know. Like it's shown that human like consciousness has the ability to alter, you know, probability. You know, and, you know it's very egregorian. You know, it's focalized energy. You know, and if we both go into that terrified as is when we get there, well, needless to say, we're going to either bring something forward, or we're just going to like let every little breaking twig and stick, rattle us. But we go out into our backyard and you can hear animals crunching around at night. Like we just had a bear, the other day, like running through the woods over here, that they make big noises, crunching around, breaking stuff, but we hear that at home where we're comfortable. We're like, it's whatever. But we go there with the intention to be scared, then every little bump in the night that we see is a whole different story. It's just a matter of not letting it get the best of you.
It seems like it's still in use.
The train
Train,
itself.
yeah, the bridge.
The train that is famous for the activity is still an active train
Bridge. Still
transportation
there.
highway. Oh,
Yeah. It was built in the 1800s.
mm,
Rises 90 feet off the ground. Spans a distance of 772 feet.
that's a big ass bridge.
But he explained it in his story like perfectly. It's that. Imagine that at night. That thing.
Well, no wonder so many people get hit.
I mean, if you get to the middle of that, you got no time to. There's not enough time to carefully without stepping in the holes or whatever.
Yeah, and it looks like it gives you literally zero edge room. Like you couldn't even like,
There's no railing. It looks like it's just a straight train track across all of that. And
yeah, my clumsy ass can't go across that. I am too top heavy. You could take a few steps, but that's
would
the
also
other.
be a good idea to because you can find the times that trains will be traveling
Right.
down these tracks.
Yeah. But this also kind of brings a little bit of, this makes me question a little bit because, for the people who are like, like, oh, I saw the goat man, like he was like, on the bridge. It's like, well, good thing you had like all the time in the world to just walk away. He's like in the middle of the bridge. He's like still 400 feet from you. You're like, yeah, no. So how are people getting
Well, just like
whacked by
it's
this
your
guy?
friend.
It's
Me out there being like, dude, my foot's stuck.
Yeah, but you saw that train now. If he was in the middle, and that means he went all across that thing.
Yeah.
Like, or at least halfway. That's doing that for like 350, 370 feet. Damn, Caleb, the fuck, my boy. Whew, yeah. You got hypnotized. What a twist! What an absolute plot twist. And so, what was the fall like? You said you jumped off and you were like onto the trestle. Was that did you like slide down? Like how far did you fall? Like let us know if you're watching in the comments, and also drop your social media. We want people to be able to find each other. We want to build a community here. But yeah, what an interesting story. That is some spooky shit. I'd love to see the pictures. Love to. That'd be amazing. But yeah, my takeaway. Fuck you, Goatman.
Stay together.
Yeah,
Don't split
shit.
up.
Yeah, eye contact when peeing. Pee directly on each other. Look at each other. Don't break eye contact.
They had the right idea though. They just were like, well, if we got to do this, we get scared. We'll pee now beforehand. Although they just peed at different times, and that caused a whole bugaboo, and they kind of got split up. So
that's when Goatman decides to hypnotize us, and he just starts making us do all this gay shit. It's like he's like puppeting us. It's like, oh no. Oh yeah, we went up to. How was your guys' Goatman trip?
we don't talk about it.
We don't talk about that.
We'll talk about Goatman.
My hand, it will never be the same. Yeah, that's when Goatman will strike. Just for us though.
Goatman's just tired of everyone peeing in his woods, and that's what he.
Yeah, he's listening now. He's like, oh,
Goatman, if you're in the comments, could you?
Yeah, right. Oh, so you're going to pee together, huh? Well,
have I got something for you?
Fuck you, Goatman. Yeah, so that was good. That was good.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm glad that. Yeah, Caleb, Nate, glad you both survived. Glad
Yeah.
nobody got. I was like, well, did we just listen to Nate get dead?
I was gonna struggle to read that.
I know. I was like,
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. I don't know what it is I'm going to be reading, so I get to those parts and I'm like, man, I'm gonna have to use my sexy ASMR voice to talk about this right now. I can't do
not
that.
a homicide.
Yeah,
And then he died.
like fuck, Caleb, come on, my guy. Well, that was awesome. Everybody, give it up for Caleb. Thank you guys for joining us for that episode of the Near Death Diary podcast. around the internet campfire. I'd like to remind you guys that if you would like to have a story read on the Near Death Diary podcast, you can email us at the Hellfire Holler podcast at gmail.com. And why don't you hit that subscribe button, that notification button? Let us know that you like what we're doing by hitting the like button, and we will see you 8 p.m. for new premieres of the Near Death Diary podcast, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Mondays and Fridays. I'm your host, Deadeye Two Tongues.
Woo!
And we got the Fog Gilly himself, Mr. Cody. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next episode.